Here's another practice activity, but this one's a little bit tougher than the previous one, so I'm actually just going to walk you through it. The activity or the challenge is to remove noise from your video. What I mean by noise is when you shoot with a camera and you boost up the ISO to make it brighter. This happens a lot when you're shooting at night, if you're shooting, event videography at a wedding or something like that. You just need to boost your ISO to be able to see. I shot this clip of my cat, Zora, and she was under the bed, and this was actually shot during the day. It was really dark down there, but this was shot with 64,000 ISO. That's really, really high, and that's why when I zoom in and I go over here, especially in the darker parts where there's not as much detail, you can see all of this noise. It's kind of like digital grain that you get. So how do we fix that? We're going to fix it using After Effects. And I know you might not have After Effects, but if you have subscribed to Adobe Creative Cloud, you should be able to download After Effects. It comes with any Creative Cloud subscription. And I do a lot of work with After Effects and Premiere Pro combined. And the great thing about it is that you can use them together seamlessly. They kind of talk to each other. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, go ahead and open After Effects, and you don't need to know how to use After Effects to kind of to learn what I'm going to teach you in this class. This is a completely different course that I have. If you want to learn yourself, you can learn how to use Adobe After Effects, but for now, just open it, and you don't even have to open it. All you have to do is go to your Premiere Pro clip that you want to edit in After Effects, right-click it, and say replace with After Effects composition. What's going to happen is it's going to open up in Adobe Premiere Pro. You're going to want to save this project, so just click Command S, and it might prompt you before, and just save it as whatever. I'm going to save it as practice. And I was already playing around with this, so I'm going to replace that. After Effects works somewhat similar to a video editor, but it's really different, so it might be kind of confusing, but you have your timeline down here with your clips. You have your project bin over here with your video files and your sequences, or in After Effects we call them compositions. You have your composition window where you see what you're working on in the middle, and then you have all sorts of other windows that you can go open and close by going up to Window and then checking them on and off. The only one you need to have on is this Effects and Presets panel. Go to your Effects and Presets and type in Remove Grain. It's under the Noise and Grain folder. And just literally drag and drop it either right here in the middle of your composition window or down here on this layer. What happens is your Effects Controls panel, similar to in Premiere Pro, will pop up, and the Remove Grain settings pops up. We have this preview little square that shows us what it's actually going to look like. And we can move this around by clicking in the middle and dragging it over. And I'm going to do that to somewhere where I can see more of the grain. And then I'm going to zoom in. I can do that by clicking this little percentage. It might be a little bit different on your computer depending on how big your resolution is. I'm going to say 100. And then with my hand, by pressing the space bar on your keyboard, I can click on this composition window and move it around. So just make sure you're pressing hand so you're not actually moving the clip around, but just the composition itself. So you can already see that this has helped a little bit. Inside the box, there's less noise than outside. We can go down to our noise reduction settings and quickly just increase the noise reduction to 2. And then the passes, let's just drag all the way up to 6 to get it all the way as good as possible. To preview the whole clip, you can change this viewing mode from preview to final output. It's going to process it, and then it will show you what it looks like. And if we turn this effect on and off by clicking this effects button right here, we can see it on, off, and you can see how much that actually does. There's a lot of more advanced fine-tuning you can do, but for us, all you need to do is really just increase the noise reduction to however much you want, and then increase the passes as well, which will do it even better. I'm going to change the view percentage to fit up to 100%. The one thing that increasing noise reduction does is it can make everything seem a little bit blurry. So if we turn this on and off, you might be able to tell a little bit of a decrease in the sharpness, but for this image, it actually does a pretty good job. So now in Adobe After Effects, we've added the noise removal or the grain removal. How do we get this clip back to Premiere Pro with this effect on it? All we have to do is tab over or go back to Adobe Premiere Pro. In our sequence, our clip has turned into this little red linked composition. And if we go to our project, we have this practice linked composition. This is taking it from After Effects, and it has replaced it with the After Effects file. So if you want to get back to it, what you can do is right click it and go to Edit Original, and it will open up this project in After Effects if you've already closed it down. So that's how you use what's called the Adobe Dynamic Link to edit a project in After Effects and Premiere Pro. There's all kinds of other things you can do with After Effects, including more professional green screen editing, adding all kinds of effects, and even titles and graphics. That's something for another course and something for another day, but it is good to know that there are some really cool effects that you can quickly add, like this grain removal one. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this effect or any others, let me know, and I'll try to respond as soon as possible or add another lesson to the course. Bye.